Morning, guys. So we are rolling again. It's pretty early, just past 7:30 in the morning. We're about halfway to the store. We're starting off early today. So first and foremost, apologize. Hasn't been a video for a couple of days. It's been really busy closing out the month. I haven't had any time to really film throughout the day, and I try not to have all of what I record be these little talking head segments in the car. I like to kind of get out on the lot, show you guys some stuff, do all of that. But that's been a little hard the last couple of days. Sunday was actually really busy. I worked with 4 or 5 customers, including deals that I was working on, over the phone, over the internet. But I had 3 customers come in person, and I worked, I think, 2 more over the phone.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
As well as, I had 4 customers come in person. I worked 1 over the phone. So ended up delivering on Sunday that special ordered Explorer ST. That was kind of a really cool experience with William. Turns out I actually helped William with his Tacoma build while I was at 4 Wheel Parts. And that's why his name looks super familiar when I saw him on the special order list. So he came in, he got his first motor car, he's HPD. That was a really awesome experience. So his first motor car, and he was actually the first customer I've ever had that was from 4 Wheel Parts that I then sold a car to. I've had many over the years that I've sold cars to and then helped them at 4 Wheel Parts, but he's the first one that I sold parts to at 4 Wheel Parts and then sold a car. So really cool. That'll be a memorable one for me for sure. So did get that one deal on Sunday. Besides that, the 2 out of the 3 other people that came in person, I'm working actively on a deal. One, we may possibly finish up that deal today. We're really close. He's just really trying to beat us up down to the nickel and dime, but I think we're about good on it. I don't think we're gonna keep losing any more money to try and earn this one, but we'll find out here in a little bit when I talk to him. Now yesterday, absolutely hectic day, super busy. Had one of our customers that special ordered Maverick come back in and get their resistol done on their vehicle. They also really wanted a tailgate assist, and we thought that we had ordered the vehicle with it. Turns out we didn't, but I decided on that one just to make it right for them, make it simple. So I personally ordered a tailgate assist for them and installed it myself for them on their 2025 Maverick. So I got that done, but that did take up a little bit of time yesterday in between running around. So all of our Lightning inventory has hit the ground that people have been waiting for. So I had a couple of customers that are interested in Lightnings. One of them is more than likely going to sign up today. We just need to get it approved. The other one I'm still working on, but I think is probably going to end up going that way. So we'll see. It may work out. A little bit better for him to just trade in his vehicle rather than wait to sell his Tundra and then purchase the Lightning. So we got a couple of things rolling on that. I'm really crossing fingers. If all of the stars align, which they very rarely do in car sales, we should put together 3 deals today, and that would be huge because I believe right now I'm at 12. That would put me at 15, but one of those deals I don't think is going to count for this month because I have a van deal that I did last week Monday that he still hasn't come through on financing. Reached out to him yesterday. He said he was going to follow up with his bank. Never heard back about it. So that's where I'm kind of stuck on that one. But that'd be awesome if I actually hit 15. That pays really well if I hit that 15th unit. So I'm gonna try and get it done, but that's all dependent on if I get these 3 today as well. So if we get those 3 today, who knows, maybe the stars will align, but I'm not thinking they will, unfortunately. I like to be optimistic, but I'm not that optimistic that financing is going to come through today and he's going to drop us off a check. So that's where we're at, but I'm headed in early. Why am I headed in so early? Because I need to drop another vehicle off to Young Brothers. So my appointment at YB is 9 a.m. today. I need to get to the store and get the Bronco pulled out from service. We just finished a recall on it and we are shipping it out to Lanai. So that is the first project for the morning. By the time I'm done with that, get back to the store. I think I'll be a little ahead of schedule, hopefully. Hopefully YB's not too crazy, but get back to the store, do a little bit of follow-up. Need to kind of get my life together. I've got keys strewn all over my desk, paperwork everywhere from working all these deals the last couple of days, trying to put stuff together. So we got to organize, we got to collect ourselves, and we need to finish this month strong. So I'm going to get after it. We'll see you guys back at the store at some point. I will make it a point today. Even if it's super busy, I will try and shoot an update in the middle of the day, and we will do a recap at the end to see where we're at and talk about the month. That may be a little whiskey recap at the dinner table tonight, but somehow, some way, I will update you guys on how this all shook out in September. Today is the last day. We're going to put September in the past here once we knock out a few more deals. Then we're going to go off into October, and hopefully we can keep it going, keep the momentum up in October, keep rolling strong. Inventory is at an all-time high. More cars than Winter Ford has ever had in their life. A stressful amount of cars. We have, I believe right now the number is about 210 to 215 on the ground, with, I believe it's 18 or 20 more cars being delivered today, 25 more coming next week. It's, before you know it, we're gonna have 250 cars on the ground. So we need to start moving them faster. We need to get them on the road. So like I was saying in these videos, now's the time. Come get them, because we got too many of them, to be honest. We're gonna have to get them moving faster. We'll see you guys back after I drop this Bronco off at YB. Morning, guys. We're out here once again at Young Brothers. We are delivering this 2023 Bronco to get shipped out to Lanai, like I was saying. I wanted to take a moment and try out one of the new features on the 17 Pro Max, which is the dual capture. So with dual capture, you guys can see me and you guys can see the vehicle that we're walking around. It's a pretty cool feature here. Wanted to walk around it real quick, try this out, because that is a new thing on the 17 Pro Max. Besides that, unlike how I normally do this with the metal glasses, I forgot my metal glasses today. All my stuff is stuck at home. But we'll see you in a second. Yes, good morning. Alright guys, midday update. I need to get that Bronco Sport out here at Kapa'a. I need to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trucks to get it out. So now, wish me luck that we actually have all the keys for these trucks, because several of these just came out. What's going on, guys? So time to sit down, have our recap for the day and recap for the month. So first and foremost, sorry, did not get a chance to film like a midday kind of update recap on what was going on today. Stayed pretty busy all the way towards the afternoon, late afternoon. Fortunately, most of that was all for naught. So, um, first Lightning customer texted me kind of late morning that they're gonna hold off for now. That some unexpected expenses with the kids came up. Uh, hey, if that's the case, that's the case. I totally understand. Maybe now is not the right time. Not gonna lie, probably one of the weakest excuses I hear sometimes from people about why they're not gonna move forward with it. Just tell me the truth. I'd be happier with that. It's too expensive. We can't afford it. You didn't give me enough for the trade. Whatever the point may be, we want more money off something. That was a weak excuse. I have kids myself. The unexpected expenses don't come up that quick when you're in the middle of looking at cars. Hate to say it, but it is what it is. So that was the first one. Next one is going back and forth on that Bronco Sport customer. Couldn't come to a deal on that. He said his wife decided to explore some of her other options a little more. Cool. That one didn't work out either, unfortunately. Realistically, from where he wanted to be at, we were about $500 away, which would have put us into a negative deal that we just didn't want to take, to be honest. No real reason that I should have to lose money to sell a Bronco Sport, which has been very popular, and we're not really having much issues selling them. They're doing pretty good across the board. So didn't opt to take a loser deal to make a deal in that, unfortunately. Then third one was my other Lightning customer. That one was actually a little bit weirder. We did get him approved with the 0%. He did need money down that he was going to pull from his business in order to get it done. His accountant did approve him for the $10,000 that he needed, but can't get his hands on the money till Thursday, apparently. So, good to make that deal today. Hopefully the rebates and incentives stay the same come Thursday on a lease, which is what he's planning to do. But we won't know until tomorrow, Thursday, whenever he decides to move forward, if the rebates stay the same and all of that. I would imagine they're going to be, sorry, he wasn't leasing, he was purchasing with the 0% for 72 months. So I can't imagine rebates are going to go down. The truck that he was buying, Lariat Lightning, he was interested in, isn't eligible for the federal tax incentive anyway. So I can't imagine the $2,500 rebate that they have is going to go away after today. I just don't think so, honestly. But we'll see when that comes together. That leads me to what was really a huge downer of today, to be honest. So we've been waiting for a good amount of Lightnings to come in for quite some time. We didn't expect a significant shipment of Lightnings to come in for about another month or so. Month and a half, something like that. We ended up getting this big shipment that I've been talking about of like 6-7 Lightnings, something like that, that all came in yesterday and arrived. We're super excited. We all had customers that were trying to take advantage of the federal tax incentives before the end of the month when they all go away. And that was where the disappointment lied, unfortunately. And the problem was, all of these Lightnings that we got in don't qualify for the federal tax incentive. We have no idea why. All of these Lightnings are over 80,000 MSRPs, and every single VIN number that we ran through the IRS database in the last 2 days since they've been here, none of them qualified for the federal tax incentive. Don't know why. Now, our competitors, Cutter and Han Ford, I don't believe they had vehicles that qualified either. We're drinking Johnny Walker Blue Label, by the way. It's the end of the month, and I did have a good month overall, just not as good as I wanted in the end. But, like I was saying, none of those qualified for the tax incentive. We have no idea why. So that kind of sucked. We probably could have made a few more deals with customers today. I know of for sure one, possibly two. So that one customer that said that they had an unexpected expense come up with their kids. I don't think so. I think it was just unexpected per our conversation prior to him coming in that he wouldn't be able to take advantage of the federal tax credit. Um, so I think he was planning on leasing from the beginning. From what I remember, he was, but he was under the impression that he would get the $10,000 in rebates and still be able to claim $7,500 on his taxes, which isn't how it works on a lease, unfortunately. And we couldn't move him over to a purchase because there isn't the $7,500 tax credit on the purchase for those VIN numbers. So it didn't make sense. Besides that, though, I had another customer that came in today that would have bought one of our Black Lightning flashes if they did qualify for the rebate. They didn't. He was then open to just getting a Tremor, regular gas F-150, but his requirements, his biggest requirement had to be a 5-liter V8. He didn't want a moonroof, but he was open to maybe being flexible on it and being flexible on the color, because the one we had has the panoramic Vista roof, and it has, sorry, it's not called panoramic Vista on an F-150, twin panel moonroof, and it was carbonized gray, not black like what he wanted. But he was willing to be a little bit flexible, but unfortunately we needed to get it up from our storage lot, which is what took up a good portion of my day, to be honest. I got that Bronco Sport brought up from the Hamakua lot, like you guys saw in the clip. You guys only saw the little bit where I was talking about how many vehicles were in the way. Well, that took 2 trips to Kapaa Quarry to get done because I was missing one key that wasn't hung on the board like it was supposed to be. So I had to run back to the store, get that last key, run back up. All in all, it took about an hour for me to get that one Bronco Sport out that the customer was adamant that he wanted us to bring up so he could see it and make a final decision, only to blow me off on it. So that kind of sucks. That's the reality of car sales sometimes. We do a lot of work that doesn't make any money, and that really sucks sometimes. But that's the recap on the day, how the day went. Oh, and my Wahoo, sorry, I'm not going to say the name of the company, but my van deal from this past Monday also crapped out for today because his financing didn't come through. So that dropped me backwards a deal from where I was. So we ended up finishing the month out, all in all, picked up a half, lost one, 11 deals. So got over the threshold of 10, did get to a first level on the bonus, and a little bit of bump on commission percentage at 2% more, so that was nice. That was good. I didn't get to 13, which was the goal, which would have gave me another 2% and a little bit more bonus money, which all said and done, to be honest, if I got the 2 extra cars, that 2 extra cars would have been worth, I don't know, $1,200-$1,300, something like that in commission. Would have been pretty good. But that is not how the cookie crumbled. We ended up at 11, first bonus level, and that was a month. So great start to the month, pretty solid mid section of the month, kind of creeping at the end, and just an absolute terrible last day, unfortunately. Today did not go my way in terms of trying to make my month out. I had 3 on the line that I thought would be pretty possible. All 3 of them crapped out. Had that phone up for another Lightning. Didn't end up going anywhere. And I took a fresh up on the lot towards the end of the day that wanted a black on black Mach E on a lease with 0 down for under $500 a month. We got him with us losing money to $534 a month. And he said, no dice. $34 a month was too much more. I guess even as a doctor, $34 a month, 2 plate lunches was just too much for him to stomach. So is what it is, man. That's how the day went. That's how the month wraps up. And that's where we end it. September is done. We move on to October. I'm really interested to see what happens with the EV incentives in October now across the board, not just with Ford, but all manufacturers. What is going to happen with the EV market? Used EV tax credit goes away as well. $4,000 is no longer there. So do Model 3s suddenly get stronger in the market? What happens with them, right? That was one of the biggest vehicles that sat in that tax credit range. So now we see what happens with this EV tax credit change. So tomorrow's October. We go from 11 out to the month back to 0. And we start all over and grind it out. I need to get back on it with more videos. I need to be more consistent about that in October, as well as continuing the momentum of the car sales that we've had coming off of August. Terrible August with 4.5. 11 is a heck of a lot better. Made a much more decent month with some of the deals that we put together, and we just need to repeat that in October. We should be good. We can do that 11 to 13. Really shooting for 15 is the goal. I want to get to 15 consistently a month, but it's going to take referral business, and referral business is going to take a little more time, fortunately, to really get that rolling. So to work on it. But yeah, besides that, a lot of my day was spent just moving vehicles around, trying to get that Bronco Sport up. That turned into nothing. And then a bunch of moving vehicles around on the lot, including having to push a Super Duty today because for whatever reason, this Fleet Super Duty did not want to go into gear. Wouldn't go into drive, wouldn't go into reverse, anything. And we needed to get it moved up out of the way. So my only solution to that was a couple of us pushed it. So I'm wore out. I'm going to enjoy my drink. You guys enjoy the video. Appreciate all you guys that come out and watch these videos. We're going to come out. I need more short form content in October. I know I was saying I wanted to get at least 2 to 3 shorts in a week, and I've been completely failing at that. But I need to get back on it. We need to get to posting at least 5 vlogs a week, and we need to get that 2 to 3 short form content videos out, as well as sell cars. And it can be done. The time is in the day. Idle time is our killer. I also need to post more to Facebook, and it's gonna happen in October. So see you guys back here tomorrow. I'm tired. Like I said, I've been up since 6 in the morning. We need to be at YB bright and early. I'm ready to enjoy my drink and enjoy my bed. Hope you guys do the same. Have a good night. We'll see you back at the store tomorrow.